Have you ever taken those personality tests? If you're an extrovert or an introvert, your 5 love languages, or those tests that allows you to find a deeper meaning of who you are, your attitude, and your personality. I low-key love taking those tests because it's one way for you to love yourself and to understand yourself. Maybe not completely, but hey, it's a step closer. And the closer you are to loving yourself and understanding yourself, you're becoming a wholesome person. Today, I want to talk about being an ambivert. Yes, the ambivert switch. I didn't even learn about this term until maybe 2 years out of college, because I've always thought that I was an introvert until I learned the term ambivert. Quickly, what is an ambivert? It's a I can't think of it on top of my head. I mean, I know what it is, but I want to rely on a professional called Google. Okay, ambivert or ambivert. This is such a hard word to pronounce. I mean, or say, A person whose personality has a balance of extrovert and introvert features. I can't believe I didn't learn about this term or this trait until 2 years later after college. The reason why I say that because during my self-development journey, I've always struggled between, am I an extrovert or an introvert? Do I want to be an extrovert or an introvert? I didn't know how to balance the energies in my life. I didn't know how to balance the priorities and the things that I should be doing in my life. And it was very draining. It took a lot of energy and a lot of my time. And once I've learned the term ambivert, I really used it and implemented it into my social life, to my personal life, into all the interactions and relationships that I've built or anything that I'm doing, because it's allowed me to balance between the world of being an extrovert and an introvert. What I've learned about myself is that I love being alone. This is my introvertness. I love being alone, away from people, so that I can re-energize my energy and get it back up. And then I also love meeting people, new people. I love going to networking events and social gatherings, to be around crowded people, to meet new people and just saying hi. I love that too. But the thing is, I can only be in that setting for a certain amount of time. So that is what explains why I get my energy drained so fast as an introvert. It's because I know when to be an extrovert and an introvert, and that's where ambivert comes in. I'm learning how to balance between staying home for a day or staying home and then going out when it's needed. And by understanding that my personality as an ambivert, I'm able to determine the amount of people that I get to talk to at gathering, because I will know the amount of people that I need to talk to just enough so that I can leave feeling good, so I don't leave feeling drained and tired. For me, the max people that I can talk to at a networking event or social gathering is probably around 5 to 6 people. And that's quite a lot of people, 5 to 6 people. Yeah, so that's my max. If I do any more than that, I'm just really pushing it. My energy is gone because the conversation gets too long, too boring, and I just want to dip and leave. So because I know that my max people is 6 people, I try to talk to at least 6 people. I go away from everyone else, maybe to the water table, or go and sit on the table and relax for a little bit until I get my energy back, and then I go back out there to talk to people more and network. So that is my process of understanding myself as an ambivert and how I interact with people when socializing. And this second one of the ambivert switch is that I've found balance and acceptance in the introvert and extrovert world. And the reason why I say by taking these personality tests or knowing things about yourself, it allows you that it gives you that one step closer to you understanding yourself. Because by being ambivert, I understand when I need to re-energize. I understand that when I'm home alone or when I'm by myself, I need to read a book, or I just meditate, I just sit down and relax. And when I do go out, I know that I don't have a lot of energy stored up in me, so I can only talk to maybe 5 to 6 people. And I hate being around a crowded group of people for too long, because it gets exhausting. So that allows me to understand the balance between the introvert world and the extrovert world, and be in the middle so that I can have the ambivert switch whenever it's needed. And this third one, man, I can't stress it enough. Sometimes being ambivert can be stressful, and I tend to lose, but you can lose your identity too. You can lose yourself. There will be times when I first started to implement the ambivert term in life into to my own personal life and social life. I started to get confused if I was really an introvert or an extrovert, or am I really between? And you know, I had to remind myself that, you know, I am both, or I am more of an introvert, but I can also be an extrovert. But I lean more heavily in the introvert side, but I can be an extrovert when needed. So sometimes being ambivert, you do tend to lose yourself, your identity, and what you are really trying to do when you're out there talking to new people. Because sometimes when I do go out to events that are, and I'm talking to new people, I do just stand there and be like, what am I doing here? I'm tired. I just want to go home. I don't know why I did this to myself. And I'm sure a lot of us have felt that way. When we go to events, we don't know why we're there and why were we there in the first place. And that happens a lot to me. But by understanding myself as an ambivert, I need to remind myself that, hey, I'm here for one goal. I'm here to meet these people, maybe one or two, and we don't have to stay for that long, and we can dip and leave. Number 4, one thing that I've learned about being ambivert, and when I started implementing that into my life, is that it's very exhausting. Yes, being ambivert is exhausting because you have to switches and energy levels. Because one day I will be home, my energy is re-energized, I feel good, I feel like I can go out, meet new people, I can go to gatherings. Because now that when I'm going out, I put on my extrovert energy and like the extrovert cape or suit, whatever you want to call it. I'll go out, I socialize, and then I get tired. And then here's the thing, here's the catch. As a true introvert converting to ambivert, I can only energize myself. So I will store all my energy in for a whole week, staying home by myself, alone, you know, reading books, do things by myself. So I have all those energies for a week. And then I use all of that up in one day or even 2 hours. That's why it's exhausting. You know, if you're an introvert, you know what I'm talking about. You store up all this energy inside you so that when you do go out and socialize, you can socialize. You feel comfortable and you feel ready. But as an ambivert, I feel like that week worth of energy storing up just went away in 2 to 3 hours, and that gets exhausting. Because by the end of Saturday, I'm already exhausted. I'm tired. I just want to nap and go to sleep. And then I restart the cycle all over again. So that's why being an ambivert can be exhausting, because all the energy you stored within yourself, you use it all up depending on what you're doing. So being ambivert, to you ambiverts out there, it's a beautiful thing because we're able to juggle 2 worlds, being introvert and extrovert. We're able to listen, we're able to talk. We're able to juggle when it's needed to be quiet and when it's needed to be a people person. And yes, it can be exhausting and challenging, but hey, I challenge you to embrace it. And if you're just learning about this term now, look into it. Implement it into your life, your personal life, and your social life. And trust me, it is going to be a whole different experience.